5AA News.
Hello, I'm Heidi Tiltons. Gladys Berejiklian admits it will be almost impossible for Sydney's lockdown to end on Friday after New South Wales recorded another 112 COVID infections overnight. Authorities are still concerned about the spread in Fairfield, while there's also been a spike in 18 to 20-year-olds with the virus. The New South Wales Premier says at least 34 people were moving around the community while infectious.
That is the number that we need to see go down to as close to zero as possible before we can get advice from health to say the lockdown can end. And it's critical. That's something all of us have a role to play in.
The Queensland border will remain open to regional New South Wales for the time being. Victoria has introduced a hard border with the state as well as the ACT, which hasn't had a COVID case in a year. Meantime, 2 members of the same Melbourne family have tested positive for coronavirus after returning from Sydney. 3 people travelled to the city of Hume by air on July 4 and a 4th by road with the required red zone permits. COVID-19 testing commander Jerome Weimar says he's confident other passengers who are on the plane aren't at risk.
The information I have at this point in time, given their negative testing history when they arrived, is I'm not concerned about the flight in terms of any exposure risk they represented. Not also because, of course, everybody who's on that flight would have been a red zone arrival.
8 others are undergoing testing after receiving deliveries from an infected Sydney removalist on July 8. A second crew member who travelled through Victoria with the man has since also tested positive. A trial for a farm worker who's accused of putting needles in strawberries is underway in Brisbane. The 53-year-old woman allegedly inserted needles into strawberries while she was working at Berrylicious Farm at Caboolture in 2018, sparking a nationwide health scare. A homicide investigation has begun after a mother and baby were hit by a train in Melbourne. The 3-month-old child was killed. The woman is under police guard in hospital with serious injuries. And thousands of people are being tricked out of millions of dollars by scammers gaining access to home computers. The ACCC says losses of more than $7 million have been recorded so far this year, up 184% on 2020 figures. Turning to sports news now, and the AFL has confirmed this week's match between Sydney and GWS will be played in Ballarat. Tennis legend Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley has revealed she sent a text to Ash Barty before the Wimbledon final, telling the Australian champion that dreams do come true. And England manager Gareth Southgate has claimed responsibility for his side's bungled penalty shootout after losing the Euros final to Italy. And that's the latest from the newsroom.